Oh, Gabriel, good question, man. Good question. It's one that I think I could take about, I don't know, 500 episodes here, 500 videos to do. But I'm going to we'll start with new believers, man, some practical steps to new believers. Man, first and foremost, I consider where I come from myself and learning, what the definition of worship was, and then trying to approach my life from the definition of worship, which meant that I spent a lot of time trying to clean myself up before I come into his presence. But then when I learned, not only that worship is a lifestyle, but where that worship lifestyle comes from. And it comes from my understanding of who Christ is for me and who I am in him. Then, as a new believer, I can begin to remain in the thanksgiving of what God has done and what Christ has done for me. So, even from the very moment of receiving salvation, I can begin to be thankful and just adore him for that amazing moment. There is no greater miracle than the miracle of salvation, to become the new creation that God has made us. So to be able to receive that and remain in that is phenomenal. And as I just begin to thank him and become, just have that place of adoration for him, now I can worship from that place. I don't have to try to get rid of things in my mind or in my thinking. I don't have to think that, I need to change this or change that, because I recognize that I'm already positioned in him. And it's from that position that I can worship him. It's from that position that I can love him. It's from that position that I can say, God, you're amazing. Thank you so much. So as being a new believer, I think that's one of the places that we start. And then we recognize that worship is a lifestyle, that I don't just do worship as a moment, but worship is part of who I am, that every day. And I can do that because I understand in my position, and I can be excited about the truth that God is bringing me into this transformation where I'm actually going to look just like Christ, man. My actions, behavior, all of that stuff. And I can begin to rejoice in my process, which again brings out worship and adoration, because I'm not worried about where I am, but I'm concerned about who he is, and I'm thankful.